So I will first give basic overview of what is HEVC and what is motion estimation, and then in no time we'll directly jump into the implementation part. So what is HEVC? HEVC is a state-of-the-art video codec. It was developed by a joint collaborative team on video coding. It offers 50% improvement over its previous standard, which is AVC. And like any other standard, it specifies some tools or methods for video compression. So if we see the HEVC encoder, which compresses the video frames, it basically exploits two redundancies. One is spatial, which is exploited by DCT block. One is temporal, which is exploited by this motion estimation block. So say nth video frame is being encoded and n-1th frame is stored in frame store. So we'll compare both the frames by dividing both the frames in non-overlapping blocks, and then we'll see like how blocks are moved from n-1th frame to nth frame. We take down the motion vectors and compensate this n-1th frame and get the predicted frame. Now this predicted frame is very close to the current frame, nth frame, and the error will be very less. Also, error will have very less randomness or entropy. Now rest DCT will do the magic and video will be compressed to several folds. Now this motion estimation block is a block of interest. So for this block we give PUs, like prediction unit blocks, as an input. This PU comes with different sizes, so it has 24 different sizes, so we limit our size to square only, so that the encoding process doesn't waste a lot of time in finding the right PU size. So this is the current PU which is being encoded. This is the reference PU which is stored in frame store. Now we match both of them and find the integer motion vector, and then we refine this integer motion vector to fractional precisions by this fractional motion estimation. So first we'll interpolate the reference PU block. We'll get different fractional PU blocks after interpolation. Now we'll match those blocks with the reference PU block to find the best motion vector, which will be of quarter precision. Now for the interpolation we have two different types of interpolations. One is luma, one is chroma. As you can see, in luma interpolation number of taps are more, so this is kind of bottleneck of the design. So for this work we have implemented only luma interpolation. So there are three filters in luma interpolation: f1, f2 and f3. So f1 and f3 are for quarter pixels, f2 is for half pixel. As you can see in this interpolated area, the red is f1, dark blue is f2, light blue is f3. Now this proposed filter design. So this is the design that we propose for luma interpolation filter. We could have implemented the design with multipliers, but it would increase the hardware cost that we cannot afford. So we have truncated the taps f1 for f1 and f3 to 6 tap and for f2 to 4 tap, and we came up with the filter design which uses 20 adders. If you compare our work with the work done in reference 2, then they have implemented luma interpolation filter with 30 adders, and they have approximated all the filters f1, f2 and f3 to 6 tap. Their BD rate is increased by 0.02%, our BD rate is increased by 0.5%. So there's a slight increase in our case, but saving is huge in terms of hardware. If we see how the interpolation filter works, then it is done in three phases. First, the horizontal samples are interpolated then vertical samples are interpolated, then diagonal samples are interpolated with the help of previously calculated horizontal samples. So we need to store these horizontal samples after the interpolation. So this is the complete interpolated block for 8x8 view. So first we interpolate in the horizontal direction. So horizontal samples are shown in green color, vertical samples are shown in yellow color, and diagonal samples are shown in orange color. So first we interpolate in the horizontal direction using integer pixels in the horizontal direction. Then we interpolate in the vertical direction. So for diagonal samples, we use already calculated horizontal samples. So for like border diagonal samples, uh, we need three horizontal rows up and three horizontal rows down. So in total we need 14 horizontal lines, 8 vertical lines, and 27 diagonal lines in interpolation. And this is the interpolation unit for 8x8 block. So there are 9 replicas of the proposed filter. So, so each time it gives a line as output, which contains 27 fractional samples. So first 14 horizontal lines are interpolated and stored in buffer. Then 8 vertical lines are interpolated. Then again using these 14 horizontal lines stored in buffer, we interpolate our 27 diagonal samples. So the complete process requires 49 clock cycles, because at every clock cycle we get a line. After interpolation, the next part in FME is search and comparison. So as you can see in the interpolated block, we get 48 new fractional blocks for comparison. So for example, if we see all the squares with number 1, then it is one new 8x8 block for comparison. Likewise, uh, we can choose other blocks also, in the boundary, black boundary, and total number of such new blocks is 48. So fractional motion estimation unit in action first interpolates the reference frame, integer reference frame, and then it forms new fractional blocks for comparison with the current frame. And then after matching each 48 new block with the current frame, it gives the best block and we get the motion vector. Now originally search happens in following two phases. So first we form 8 fractional blocks with half pixels around the integer, as you can see in circle, uh, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. And then with such 8x8 blocks, we find the SAT values of all the 8 blocks, and we compare the SAT values, these 8 SAT values, with the IME SAT value and see which is the minimum, and whichever is the minimum is chosen as best half pixel block. Now in second phase, what we do is we interpolate around the best half pixel block, as you can see in diamond 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So again we form 8x8 blocks. We find the SAT values of all the 8 blocks, we compare it with the best half pixel SAT value and see which is the minimum, and minimum will be the best quarter pixel SAT value and its motion vector will be obtained. So this is the original algorithm. Now, so after approximation of filter coefficients and limiting the search range, BD rate is not increased beyond 0.1% and BD PSNR is not decreased beyond 0.03%. We are implementing this design on Vertex 7 FPGA, and The number of LUTs is 5621 and number of registers is 6048. The maximum synthesis frequency is 312.8 megahertz and it is verified to work at 264 megahertz after place and route.